Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for joining. It's Darnell, and I'm cooking today some mushroom tacos. So, first, I like to start off with a cutting board lined with paper towels, and this is to soak up some of the water after I wash off the mushrooms. Today, I'm using the Baby Bella mushrooms. I haven't tried this recipe with any other kind, but this type seems to work really great. So after washing off the mushrooms really well, I just like to blot dry them with the paper towels because I don't want them to get extra soggy during the cooking process. Now, it's up to you if you would like to keep the stems of the mushrooms. I tend to remove them. I just like them better that way, but feel free to keep them on if you don't want to get rid of them. So I'm just going to pop some of these off, and I'll speed this up so it doesn't take forever. Now I'll just slice the mushrooms. You don't want to slice them too thin and you don't want them too thick either. And they should all relatively be around the same thickness if possible. This will allow for them to cook as evenly as possible in the air fryer. Okay, so now that we have our mushrooms all sliced up, it's time to season them. So I'm using some garlic powder, onion powder, and I'm using about 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon worth of seasoning. Then I'm going to use 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper and a half to about 1 tablespoon of raw blue agave syrup. You can use maple syrup if you choose. And last but certainly not least, this liquid smoke. This is what makes the mushrooms taste like meat, basically. So I use a little bit too much here. Please be sure to follow the measurements that I added on the screen. So you just stir them up and make sure all of the seasonings are well coating the mushrooms. And then we're going to just pop them into our parchment paper lined air fryer. So the reason why I use parchment paper is to help with the cleanup process. I find that it just helps it go by a lot smoother and a lot faster. So yeah, I just dump all of the mushrooms in there, spread them out as much as I can, just like that, and pop it into the air fryer on 350 degrees for between 15 and 20 minutes. Now it's time for the guacamole. So we start off with 2 ripe avocados, and you'll know they're ripe because they'll feel a little soft, and usually they're either really dark green or almost black in color. Ah, perfect. So now I just scoop out all of the avocado meat. Now it's time to mash up the avocados, and I'm using Asher's baby food smasher. If you have a potato masher, you can use that, or you can use a fork. Either one will work. So I'm just going to mash them up really well before adding the rest of the ingredients. If your avocados seem a little dry, you can add maybe a half a teaspoon of avocado oil or extra virgin olive oil. So now I'm going to just slice up some red onion. That's the onion that I like to use in my guacamole. So I like to dice it up nice and small and then add it to the avocados. So I'm just going to put the rest of that onion away for another time. So now I mix all of the red onion with the mashed avocados, and the guacamole is coming together, guys. Now I squeeze some fresh lemon. You can squeeze about 1/2 to 1 teaspoon worth of lemon juice. The lemon juice from the bottle works as well, but I really like to use fresh lemon instead. And then you just mix that all together. And now it's time to add the seasonings. Add some garlic powder and onion powder, about 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon worth of both. Then add about 1/4 teaspoon worth of ground black pepper and 1/4 teaspoon of paprika and about 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of dried cilantro. If you like fresh cilantro, please feel free to use that instead, but I didn't have any on hand and this works just great. Now I'm adding 1/4 teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt and I pour it in my hand. This way I can really see how much is going into the guacamole because this salt can be a bit strong. Now I mix everything together to make sure the seasonings are well incorporated. And now this is what it looks like up close. Isn't that gorgeous? It's so yummy. And then once I do a quick taste test, I'll just cover this and set it aside to cool in the fridge. So now back to the mushrooms. So I just removed the mushrooms from the air fryer and look at how gorgeous they are. Absolutely stunning. If the mushrooms are a tad bit too moist still and you want a more crispier version, you just cook it for a little longer. And now I'm using these almond flour tortillas from Trader Joe's. These are the bomb, okay? They are gluten-free and plant-based, and these are, in fact, the best tasting tortillas that I've tried over the last 7 years. So now I'm just lining my plate with the taco holders. I don't remember where I got them from, but I'll try to find some similar ones and link it in the description box for you guys. So now I'm warming up the tortillas and I warm them for about 30 seconds to 1 minute on each side. And please be cautious when using your air fryer. Put it on a pot holder, not directly onto your counter. So now I am going to spread some of the guacamole on each of the tortillas, and I'm being sure to spread the guacamole all the way to the edges. Why? Because we want guacamole in every single bite. Now I'm scooping some of the air fried mushrooms onto each taco and look at that. Oops. Don't worry, it fell on the counter, not on the floor. Okay, so now that I've formed each taco, I just place them into their taco holder so that I can warm up the next tortillas. And as you can see, I warmed them up just a tad bit longer than the last time, but it's okay because they do still taste great this way. So I'm just adding the rest of the mushrooms to these tortillas, and to finish it off, if you like, you can add some shredded lettuce and diced tomatoes, but Ricardo likes his just like this. And here we are. Here are the mushroom tacos, you guys. These taste absolutely amazing. Please try them. Let me know what you think about them in the comment section below. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.